Right, we are live. Welcome to Facebook Live from Pinhole Quilting. It's Saturday, 11 let's call it 11 a.m. I'm not going to be picky. As far as I'm concerned, it's kind of morning. It's a beautiful morning here in Worcestershire. It's not raining and it's due to get warmer next week. And I'm happy about that because it's been a little bit, I don't know what the weather's been like actually. I have been slightly confined to barracks. More about that later. Anyway, it's going to be a lovely day and we're here at the Quilt Face, the Moxie Quilt Face. This is our lovely Moxie 15-inch long arm and oh, it doesn't move because I've got my channel locks on. I've been moving it side to side, making sure that it's quilting beautifully before I went live. Always worth doing that. Preparation prevents a poor performance. We used to add an extra little word in there, but we don't do that these days. Anyway, I hope you're all having a very good week. Welcome to Pinhole Quilting from our Worcestershire showroom. I'm here in front of the camera, and Pete, as usual, is behind the camera, the lucky boy. I wanted to share a few things with you this week. We had an exciting week last week down in the southeast. I always have to go southeast because I have to think about where it is. Southeast of England. It was last week, wasn't it? Yeah, it's been a bit of a mystery week for me this week. It's been a little bit befuddled. But last week we were down in the southeast. We saw lots of customers and we saw places we'd never been to before. We had a lovely time seeing a customer who's just recently, we installed her Amara with Pro Stitcher, Andrea. And that was fun. So have we got anybody online?
We have lots of people online.
Oh, great. Who have we got?
Let's have a look. Val Brooks.
Val Brooks.
Always very one of the first.
Val Brooks. Val Brooks, you are our kind of like, everything is right with the world if Val Brooks is online.
Di Bell.
Di Bell.
Always with us.
That's right.
Sylvia Grayson. Morning, Sylvia.
Hello, Sylvia. I just noticed, I just printed out the list of who's going to be at Harrogate. Pete, we'll see you at Harrogate next week.
Sally Mottram. Sally's always with us on a Saturday.
Old Sally.
Jenny. Morning, Jenny Humphrey.
Jenny! Hey, you're signed up for the Lynda classes.
Yes, indeed.
Fantastic.
Janice Collett.
Oh, hi, Janice.
And we've got Maya on again from Melbourne in Australia.
Oh, fantastic. Beautiful Melbourne.
Judy Strain.
Judy!
And Nicole, award-winning Nicole Rollo.
I feel like doing it. You know, she's so funny. She's so funny. What's her name? Oh, gosh. Fantastic quilter. Fantastic hand quilter. Oh, my memory is not very good at the moment. But whenever she used to see me, she was used to be at the Melbourne Quilt Show. She always used to go, all present, correct? I always feel like doing that to Nicole now because you're an award-winning quilter. Nicole Rollo. Award-winning quilter.
Sue Such.
Sue Such. Hi, Sue. Wasn't it lovely to see Margaret?
It was really good to see Margaret.
Oh,
she was
Margaret
on good form.
And Ken.
Yeah. Andrea, appreciating the shout out.
Hey, absolutely. Andrea, it was absolutely fantastic to see you.
And Rosemary Muntus, Glenys Davis, Carol Monroe, Jackie Mackey.
Jackie Mackey. Wow, all these people we know.
Lorraine Gray and Lynda Gosselin from the States. Hi, Lynda.
Hi, Lynda. Big shout out for Lynda.
Lynda Jackson.
Quilters Help Desk.
Lynda Jackson.
Lynda Jackson. Big shout out for Lynda Jackson. More news about Lynda in a moment.
Okay. Oh, Val's hoping to go to Harrogate. Okay.
Well, Val always goes to Harrogate.
Jan Bevan.
Jan Bevan.
Denise.
Fantastic. Jan, I'm going to mention Jan in a minute, actually, because I'm going to talk about Raquel.
Okay. Denise Hill.
Amara.
And who else we've got? Jenny James. So Jenny, you and Steve are looking forward to seeing us at Harrogate.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yes. Oh.
Well, you're going to see you, not me. I'm not going to be at Harrogate.
Linda Lawrence. From the States, I think.
All right. Fantastic. Gosh, lots of people online.
Lots of people, lots and lots of lots. Anyway.
So hi, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Pinhole Quilting. It's great to have you here. So we're going to, first of all, we're going to talk to you about the update to Lynda Jackson. Hi, Lynda. Lynda's Ambassador event. We have had a great response to the Ambassador event, and I'm delighted to announce that the 5th to the 8th is now on the stand-up machines is now oversubscribed. Well, it's not so good for those people who are on the stand-ups because they're oversubscribed. You're now in a lottery. But for those people who are on sit-down, like Dibel, you are not oversubscribed, so there are still spaces on the sit-downs for the 5th to the 8th. What that means is that we feel confident that we can open up the second week. So the second week is the 26th to 29th of October. So I've now put that online. That is now on our handiquilter.co.uk website. And you'll see that if you go on that link that I've put on our newsletter that I sent out this morning about 10 o'clock, that you will be able to put a deposit down for a stand-up place on the second week. And some of you could only meek, that's a new word. Well, it's not a new word, it's meek and mild, but make the second week. So there are 10 stand-up places for the second week. So if you want to have a go, if you'd like to apply for a second week, then you can do so. And there are 10 places for stand-up and 6 places for sit-down for the second week. And it's the same applies. Now the second week is a little slightly different because we only just asked the venue where we've got the cabins. I say the cabins, they kind of like overlook a lovely lake and it's really lovely. It's actually, it's a golf establishment, very, very close to here. It's a very nice place and they only have, they have less cabins available for the second week. So the full immersion, there are less full immersion places available. So for the second week. However, I should just explain that there's some really nice places to stay locally, and we'll tell you about how it works if you don't get the full immersion place. So the day students, there's a slightly less expensive for the day student. And some people do live locally, so they will just be able to come along. And if you wish to join us for the evening event, like, it'll be like a 3-course dinner at one of either the venue itself, where people are staying. 2 nights will be there. 2 nights will be at an alternative venue for the evening. There's an award-winning pub that we're hoping to get you a nice 3-course dinner with sort of reduced selection, but it'll still be really nice. And there's also a place in Pershore that we've identified that Pete and I go to on a regular basis. So that's what we're doing for the second week. It'll be exactly the same program, so everything is the same in terms of the tuition. So that's really exciting. So basically, what that will mean is if we are completely full, we will have 32 long-arm students over those 2 weeks. Isn't that fantastic? Which is pretty much equivalent, isn't it, Pete, to what we did on our academy?
It is.
There you go. Isn't that amazing? Well done, Lynda. Absolutely brilliant. Any questions on that, Pete? Any comments? Anything? I'm just going to get a sip of water.
It's not easy to see. Okay, so question from Sue Scopes. So if you put your name down for the first week and you don't get a space, will you automatically get put onto the second week?
Yes, you will.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll move you on to the second week. So you go into the lottery for the second week.
So clearly we'd check with you whether you're available for the second week first. But yes, we would get in touch with you if that was the case.
Yeah, we'll check if you want to go into the lottery for the second week. And if you do, your money will automatically be moved over. Correct. Good question. Thank you, Sue.
That's it for the moment. I can't see any other real questions here.
Yeah, we'll try and make it as easy as possible. And if, of course, you're not successful in either week, we will, of course, refund your money. No question on that. Right. Next thing I wanted to talk about was it's the Great Northern Quilt and Needlecraft Show next week in Harrogate. We will be there, Pinhole Quilting will be there from Friday the 10th to Sunday the 12th of September. The show opens between 10 and 4:30 p.m. as normal. We really hope as many people can attend as possible. Val always comes along, and it'll be wonderful to see people again. I won't be going, but Pete will be joined by Graham Farrar from Farrcorner Quilting. We're on stands 23 and 24. It's at the Great Yorkshire Showground near Harrogate, Exhibition Hall 1. So I think that's actually a slightly different hall. I think we're in Hall 2 normally. I won't be going because actually I haven't been very well recently. I got a nasty bout of food poisoning, which I am still recovering from. which is why I haven't really been with it the last week or so. I got it badly when I got back from our southeast trip, and it has been awful. I can honestly say, in all my travels, I have never been this ill, but I am getting better, and I hope to be fully recovered in the next week. But anyway, I'm leaning on this. I'm very glad that there's a quilt frame here. I'm drinking lots of water and following the advice of the NHS. So I will be fine, but I'm really, really not been very well. Anyway, that is what the penalty you pay for eating a chicken wrap. Right. Anyway, we will move on. Pete and Graham, I'm sure, will do a fantastic job, and they look forward to seeing you. Next is new product. I was having a play with this. I haven't had much chance to sort of have a play with this because it only came in last week. In my pocket, I have the new Needham tool, which is called Rip and Grip. Now, we do have a little issue when we're quilting, is that every now and then things don't quite go to plan. And we have to do what some of us call reverse sewing, otherwise called ripping out. And Cindy Needham came up with this really neat little tool called Rip and Grip. And it is a ripper and tweezers in one. But what I really like about it, it comes in a little handy, nifty little pouch. And it just fits in my pocket here. And it fits in the palm of your hand, like this. It's like really cool. But now I don't have a very good thumb. I have a thumb that I broke skiing, and so it doesn't do what it should do. So I'm using it slightly differently from Cindy's video because I have to. But I don't know, actually, Pete, you might want to... I don't have manicured nails. I apologize. I haven't been doing things other than sleeping and working this week. Right, so the way that you can use it, I did have a little play with this earlier. Well, the way that Cindy uses is she kind of like manipulates it like this, but I can't bend my thumb. So I've been using it like so, where I actually hold on to it like this. And you can, now I've been approaching it with every 2 or 3 threads on a frame like this. And look how easy it is just to do this. And then you just flip this up. She does it under here, but I'm doing it like this. And then you just flip like that. And then you just grab this. Look at that. And because it's got these very precise tweezers on it, you can just grab this and look at that. Absolutely fantastic. Honestly, this is now, I'm just doing it differently again, but there, and then you're back. You do the next section. I am dead impressed.
So it's a very useful tool, apart from those of you who never make mistakes.
Yeah, well, I'm not in that category. I have a quilt that I really messed up.
Or as Liz put it in the message that went out this morning, reverse sewing.
Reverse sewing, yes. Look at this. I just love the fact that with this you can grab that and look at that. And you can get one of those rubber things and then you get rid of those. Done. Honestly, she sold out of these. Absolutely the biz. If anybody's coming on our classes, have a play. When you come on Lynda's Academy, have a play. It's the business.
Just to update you, Liz, on an executive comment that I made on Facebook.
Oh, yeah?
On Facebook comments.
What did you say?
There were 1 or 2 people who can't make either of the October events who asked if we would be repeating it in the spring, and my response was that we won't be repeating that event in the spring, but we are still looking at planning another big academy.
Oh, yes.
So
he made an executive decision without me.
Well, no, we'd already discussed it.
We have
discussed it.
Oh,
in
yeah.
principle a few times. We've just been waiting for COVID to settle down. We
have.
But we will definitely be doing,
as
we think it's feasible, another massive,
massive.
much bigger than last time.
Bigger.
Last time we had
better.
About 36 delegates.
I think we had 35 or 36, yeah.
We will at least be doubling that.
We will. Bigger, even bigger than that, Pete.
I know.
I think you're limiting your aspirations.
I said at least. You have to remember I'm an accountant by training. So
I want bigger than that.
I like to be
I want big. No, bigger than that, Pete. Right. Anyway. So, yeah, look at that. Look at that. I've done all that. While you're in Harrogate, I'm going to be ripping apart my quilt.
So Rosemary Munter says, looks very neat, although I have been singing the praises of your other unpicker because of the rubber thing.
Oh, I'm going to use the rubber thing on the back of here. I've still got the rubber thing, Rosemary. It needs a rubber thing on the back. I think it's just lacking the rubber thing.
Yes. You can make a suggestion to Cindy.
I think we needed the rubber thing here. Yeah. Yes, Rosemary. Like that. That would have been perfect. Now, the ones we got in, am I correct in what you said earlier, Pete, that each of them come with this?
Yeah, so Cindy's initial batch of products came with a free gift that she's giving away with all of them. And yes, all the ones that we've got in have this as well.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Magnetic tool holder.
So Val's asking whether we have any to take to Harrogate. Depends. We haven't got that many, Val, so they may sell out before then.
If we don't sell out. Oh.
Well,
you should take some. No, can you order? Can you? If Val ordered some.
I'm not planning to take any.
No, he's not taking any accessory products.
No, because there's just Graham and I running the stand.
No, you can't do it.
It's just going to be impossible.
No. So Val, you need to order online. That's what you need to do, Val. Look, there you go. Imagine that on your machine. Make sure it will.
So is that?
Yeah.
That's magnetic.
It's magnetic.
Yeah, but is it magnetic on the back so that you attach it from the other side to?
It's sticky.
Or is it sticky?
I don't know. Peel magnetic disc off of. I haven't read the instructions yet. Peel protective film from tape. Stick magnet to surface and press firmly. Okay, you can stick it. It's got like a sticky thing. Okay, we need to check that out. We'll give you instructions when we put it up. I might just need to read the instructions. Do you want me to do that?
That's usually a male thing, you know, if all else...
I just opened it. Can we come back to that? I need to get on. Can we just work that out later?
Yeah.
Okay, good. It's safe for computerized... Yeah, Peter, look at that. I'm not very good at detail at the moment. Right. So shall we... So that's introductory offer. 10% off until next Saturday. 11 a.m. next Saturday. So Val, if you order online. The other thing we've got, which is really good too, is we've got all the stock of Cindy in this week, along with the Rip and Grip. And so, have you worked it out? Okay. Cindy's stencils, for those of you who are not familiar with Cindy's stencils, they are brilliant. The one that most people start with is the ultimate stencil, which comprises 2 stencils, a circle and a square, and you get these acetates which are printed so you can actually practice them. Don't do them with indelible, like non-removable stuff like I did. But if you don't do them with that, you can remove them. You can remove the marks. So this is for planning.
Are the seam rippers on the website yet?
Yes, they are. It's called Rip and Grip. If you put just Rip in, it shows all our seam rippers, and you'll find it very easily. There's a search.
I've just investigated this little magnetic thing that comes with it. On the rear, there's actually a bit of double-sided tape, so you can peel off that, and that will then stick to the end of your sewing machine.
And it's safe with computerized machines.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pete. Okay, very good. Right, so this is the ultimate, and the kind of things you can do with it are, this is one I did, which was based on the circle. So that was how I laid out this, and you can use it for positioning. And then you use one of these fine chalk markers, like the Bohin, 0.9 millimeter. And then you mark up your center point, and you mark where you're going to do your intersections. Oh, why is that not flat? Let me put that this way around, that might help. There we go. And you mark where you're going to do your intersections. Why is it still not working? Must be there. Yeah, there. Oh, of course. So I just did the intersections and then I joined the points. And as a result, you can then do your infill and join, it's like dot to dot, and then you can do whatever you like. I did feathers and ruler work. Cindy has some fantastic PDFs. This is like getting a book with the product. So you get with the ultimate set this PDF. She sends it to you when you buy the product. And so you get all of this with it as well. How to draft. So she shows you exactly how to use it. How to get started. So that's exactly what I was just doing there. So you just mark those points and then you do dot to dot on your fabric. And this is why you have the acetate, so you can kind of plan it in advance. So she shows you how you can mark, creating secondary designs, mariner's compass type things. And you can see on things like Pinterest loads and loads of examples and how it looks after quilting. And there's also a fantastic thing you can buy as an extra, which is all her designs. This is not only the Mariner's Compass, but she's also used one of her other packs, which is like a backgrounds pack, which has got little clamshells. Yeah, so Mariner's Compass, enlarging it, how to enlarge it. Oh, it's a really useful huge, huge. Look at that. Amazing. So that's the ultimate. She's also got borders. Let me move this. I'll just take this away. Actually, I'll just throw it on top. So borders, that was the ultimate. This is the borders. Oh, have I got the borders? I'm not sure I got the borders. There's my borders. There's borders. I don't know where the borders is. We'll move on to got backgrounds. I didn't find borders. Backgrounds is in a separate one. Here it is. This is backgrounds, which is absolutely brilliant as well. So backgrounds, you get Mama, Papa and Baby of each of the designs. So things like the triple, the bamboo weave, twisted grid.
Put it on the black background.
Yeah, there you go. Now you can use your pounce chalk with these. So bamboo weave, triple lines, these are all different sizes. So each of these you get Baby, Mama and Papa. So 3 sizes of each of these. This is a massive pack.
So just show those 3 so
yeah.
we can look at them next.
So that's bamboo weave, that's bamboo weave, that's bamboo. So that's the 3 sizes of bamboo weave.
3 different scales of the same design.
Yep. And on this, for example, again, in the book, the PDF that you get, she shows you how to lay those out and examples of how to use them, how to mark them up, plus loads more tips and techniques on how to use them. And I was just playing around with them. This is just a really sort of rough piece, but in each of these circles, I just played, this is ages old, but this is how I sort of just played around with them just by doing circles and then filling them. And this really is ages old. It looks so very much beginner, but everybody has to start somewhere. So that's like this is one of the borders thing that I practiced. I just went over and over and over, which is why it looks really rubbish. But it just shows. This shows my progress. This gives you hope. You see, this is where I started. So
nice examples of the using the Cindy stencils in the photos that are on the newsletter that is sent out this morning.
Oh yes.
Because Raquel, one of our customers, for whom I installed a new Amara this week.
Yeah, that was amazing.
A couple of quilts using the Cindy stencils as a basis.
That was amazing. Let me just get some water. The next one I'll show you is the oval. The oval is the newest one, and it just comprises 2 stencils, but again, I mean, just very, very useful. Let's move this away. You see these better again, as Pete said, on the black. So 2 different sizes of oval. Again, it comes with the handout. Very similar in use to the ultimate stencil. So you send off for the handout. And the last one is the ultimate shape, which is this one here, which has got 4 sizes of ultimate shape. There's a tiny one in there. Oh, maybe it's come out. 2 inch, 4, 6, and 8. Now you can fill this shape. It's perfect for blocks. This is a really quick way of marking up on your block, and you can use pounce with this, or you can use it with this. So
this is the Bowen fine chalk pencil
yeah,
Liz is using.
Yeah, just to show you.
If you've got a pounce, that works perfectly.
Yeah, so that's fine marking, or let me just grab my pounce.
I think Cindy's got some very good videos on her using these stencils on her website.
Here you go. Let me just tighten that a bit. If I just, yeah, just that way. Just quickly mark up that. So there you go. That would be your pounce. And then you could do all your feathers in there. So, I mean, for example, you could fill your feathers, and you could repeat that. Oh, yeah, sort of thing. Anyway, I'm a bit out of practice, and I'm not thinking very well, but that sort of thing. I'm not sure I'd do it quite like that. Anyway, I need to think about that. How would I do that side? Oh, I just do this. That's better. Just slow down and think. Yeah. So you could use that as your base and then fill it in the way it feels most appropriate. And then quilt it. And it's given you all the repetition in terms of consistency of shape and base, and then you've got your free motion quilting that you fill in it. So that's how you can use the shape, the ultimate shape, which is a very useful one. It's similar to how a few other people do it, but actually I really like the Cindy ones. They're great. There we go. Ovals, shape, backgrounds. I haven't shown you the borders. I'm not quite sure where my borders pack is. Didn't find it this morning. But that all 10% off this week until 11 a.m. next Saturday. You've mentioned about Raquel and her examples. I've also did a quick blog post this morning just about some of the things that we saw this week and some of the lovely customers that we met along the way. There were some really inspiring things that we saw last week, weren't there, Pete? And it was lovely to meet some of the customers that have had their machines a while and see some of the examples of the quilts that they've made, and some really beautiful examples of the quilts and people that have been quilting for many, many years, including quilt judge, quilter Lee Brown down in Tunbridge Wells. That was really beautiful. Some of the things that she does, some of her hand-dyed fabrics, really inspiring, and it was lovely to touch base with her. So
Claire.
Yeah.
Claire Shortland has joined us. Morning, Claire.
Oh, hi, Claire.
We'll be seeing you soon. And
we will.
She's asked to do the new stencils come in a pack together. So, yes, in addition to the individual stencil packs, having 10% off, we also sell the complete works, all of those stencils.
Yeah.
It's called the complete collection, I think, and that's
yeah.
always at a discounted price.
It is. It might be cheaper, but we decided just to do 10% off individual ones so that people could buy 2 or 3 and still get 10% off those individual ones rather than having to buy all of it.
So if you go onto our website, handiquilter.co.uk, and type in Cindy Needham, you'll see all of her products on there.
That's right. Yeah, so so here's some examples of how, that's what I was going to do, I brought these out. So here's some examples of when you might use, for example, the ultimate. I used it when I was drafting this ruler work thing. I can still slightly see the, for example, I used it just marked the center, and then I marked my cardinal points so that when I did my ruler work, I had something to align it to. That was pretty useful. And the same for that one. That's like the two different examples there of what happens when you add nice ruler work around the edge. And I did the same when I was doing this one as well. That was quite useful for the alignment of that rotating design. I also think it would have been useful. Abigail did this one, but she might have found that useful when she was doing that one. That's the kind of thing. That's the kind of thing when it's useful. Exactly this. If you want to get really good alignment on these points here without having to, well, get anything else out really. So there you go. Get your center point, mark these points, takes seconds with the Cindy Needham stencil. Job done.
Question from Rosemary, is the discount live yet on the unpicker, or does it go live at midday?
It was live a couple of days ago.
With the discount?
Yes. I did it as soon as I put it
So
out.
it's normally £20.
Yeah.
And it's
9.
Off.
It's 18 something.
So it's 18.
18. It's 18.
So normal price £20.
Yes.
Should be £18 on the website, Rosemary.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll double check it, but it was when I checked it on Thursday. I put it in my own little basket. Okay.
Good morning, Carol from New Jersey.
Carol from New Jersey. Good morning. Very early morning. Early morning. 6 o'clock.
It's coming up as 20 according to Rosemary. So we'll check that before you check out.
Oh.
Rosemary, we will make sure that's working correctly.
That is weird because I just double checked it just now with the other Cindy products.
Morning, Elaine. I hope you're getting on well with your Motsu. You've got somebody.
Elaine Tabner.
Elaine Tabner, yeah. We've got two
Hello,
people
Elaine.
coming for demos this afternoon.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
It's been a busy week this week.
Oh, it has.
Liz has been in bed, but I've had a busy week.
When you say I've been in bed, I've been working all week. Not at my normal rate, it's true. I'm not normal 16 hours a day.
And we've got Patricia from the Adirondacks.
Oh, Patricia from the Adirondacks. Good morning to you. It is a pleasure to have you aboard.
Yes, and maybe you'll come and join us for our
big event.
Academy event.
Yeah, we are going to make sure we're not very far from an airport, international airport, aren't we, Pete?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're going to make it international event.
We had a lot of international customers at the last event.
We did.
And hopefully all the restrictions will make it easy.
Yeah, we would.
Next time.
We would love to make it so that it was a worldwide event.
Yes.
That attracted worldwide Handi Quilter owners.
Well, we want to be in competition with our Handi Quilter Academy in Houston, don't we?
Yeah, in Salt Lake, I think you'll find.
In Salt Lake.
Well, we just want people. We just want to attract, people from all over, and it makes it a fantastic learning experience for everybody, doesn't it? Makes it so much. I don't know. It'd just be really fun. I know how much fun that, when Abigail went over and when I went over to Salt Lake City for their academy, for Handi Quilter Academy, both for the retail and for consumer academy, because I did both, because it's like 7 days of just quilting fun. It was so nice.
Good. Others have said that the discount is working. You just have to go through to the checkout page and then the discount will show. So
you do, actually.
It does appear to be working correctly.
There you go. Good. Rosemary, persevere and you will get your discount. That's what you need to do. It's true. And it comes up and it even says, actually, 10% rip and grip, new product, plus 10% Cindy Needham stencils. Something like that.
So Patricia says she will definitely come when things open back up. That's
good. Wow, Patricia, it would be a pleasure to meet you. I really hope that can happen. And I hope we can get the lady from Esperance, and I hope we can get the lady from Melbourne. I'm not sure I'm not sure. When we had, who did we have? Who was it from Melbourne? Queen of Fabric that was on the yoga mats.
Oh, yes. What's her name? Forgotten.
I've forgotten her name. There was the lady who was at Festival of Quilts that has a quilt shop. I mean, talk about overachiever. I'm going to say it. She is an overachiever. She has a quilt shop in Melbourne, Australia, and a quilt shop in London. And she is a competitive cheerleader, and she sings professionally as well.
And her yoga was pretty good too.
Oh, a yoga! I tell you what, I've never done a down dog and got my leg over that far. Anyway, she said how hard it is to get back into Australia at the moment. So you might be able to come over, but you might never. It might be like the Hotel California. You never leave. So
Nell, morning Nell.
Good morning, Nell.
Says Academy UK is the bomb. Then Nell was on the first Academy that we did.
You were. Well, you've been on our first class, practically our first classes now. You are one of our absolute pivotal, long-standing customers.
And Elizabeth Dunkley unfortunately can't get to the class.
I know,
in
the dream
says
big.
One day she will get to a Handi Quilter.
You will. You will be there, Elizabeth. Your determination will see you through.
We'll find a way.
Well, yeah, we will. We'll come and pick you up and bring you over here.
Okay, be careful what you promise.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, hand delivered. I'm not driving anywhere at the moment. I'm not safe to drive. Right. Okay. I think that's it. Do you have anything else to say?
Don't think so. I look forward to seeing people in Harrogate.
In Harrogate.
Graham and I will be there to demonstrate the machines, talk to you about anything Handi Quilter,
brilliant,
Pinhole Quilting, and
it's great.
It's nice to be doing shows again.
Yeah,
it really is, because we actually like meeting up with people. And
me too. We get a buzz out of it.
Yeah,
I'll miss it. I will miss it. I will miss it definitely, because I've done all of them. You've not done all of them, have you? Because you missed a few of the Harrogates.
Yes, I missed one of them.
It's true. You missed one of them.
And Nell says, for the next Academy event, remember to tell everybody to bring their tiaras.
You're right. It'll be a, what do they call it? Something and tiaras. Tea and tiara.
I think we'd better tell the story behind that, because it would be meaningless to most people.
Yeah. Well, at the last Academy, on the last evening, because we had like a gala dinner, obviously, on the last night, Nell and Kimmy Brunner and Kelly Klein all wore tiaras. That was the thing. That was the thing, wasn't it? And it was absolutely fantastic. We got some amazing photos. It was such a fun. Our Academy was so much fun. That last dinner was amazing, wasn't it? It really was.
And let me answer a question in advance as well. Because it's also been asked regarding Lynda's upcoming event.
Yeah.
Is it suitable for everybody? If I've just got my machine, am I going to still be able to get a lot out of these courses? Yeah, no,
it's a really good question. When we do the training, when people get their machine, they take a foundation workshop. Our customers tend to be fairly well informed by the time they finish their foundation workshop. My belief is, and Lynda could correct me on this, is that if they've done their foundation workshop, they should be able to come on the Academy event, the ambassador event, I beg your pardon, on the ambassador event that Lynda is running, if they've done their foundation workshop. I wouldn't recommend it if you haven't done your foundation workshop, because I think it's important that you've done that you've got an understanding of some of the principles that we teach on that. But if you've done the foundation workshop, you will have confidence to change your thread and all the rest of it. And the way that we've got this set up here, and the fact that we've got the support that we've got to Lynda in the classroom, I do not believe you will be out of your depth.
There is a lot of support that we have. It's not just the teacher. We have a lot of people working the rooms as well to help people.
Absolutely.
So I think it's fair to say, Liz, from the people that I saw on our last Academy event, some of those that made the best progress were some of the most recent quilt owners, quilting machine owners.
Yeah, I would agree.
And another point from Sue Such, you're quite right, Sue, I hadn't thought of it like that. Sue Such says, and we were so far ahead of our time wearing face masks as well.
Oh, I know. So what happened? Oh gosh. So what happened on the first Academy is, bless him, Kelly Klein's husband, Carl, had terrible flu, didn't he?
He did.
So we didn't even, I wasn't even sure that she'd actually got a husband. I think I saw him come into the hotel and he was wearing a face mask. Well, back in 2018, this was not a typical thing. We might have seen a few Japanese and sort of East Asian people who were used to this wearing face masks, but Carl was wearing a mask, a face mask, and he came into the hotel with Kelly. I think he introduced himself, and then we didn't see him. We did not see him for 3 days.
Kelly kept him tied in the bedroom, I think.
we wondered what was going on. There were rumours. No, we never saw him again. The poor guy. No, welcome to England.
He was so ill.
He was seriously sick. So anyway, I came to the gala dinner, and his entire table had their napkins and used them as face masks. Because he turned up. We have a great photo. We have a great photo of the whole table wearing face masks with their napkins. Their dinner napkins. I don't know what you call it in the States. I have a horrible feeling that napkins doesn't mean the same thing in the States.
They use them for babies.
Yeah. What do you call it in the States?
No, I have no idea.
Whatever you use when you're sitting down.
Eating.
Whatever you call those. God, lost in translation. This is like Bill Bryson. Anyway.
There we go.
It was so funny.
Lots of people wishing you a healthy, speedy recovery.
Thank you.
Yeah, me too.
I will be collapsing after this.
Joy says napkins are okay.
Okay, a few. It's like, when we go to the States and people start talking about fanny packs, it's like, don't call them that, please. Bum bags, fanny packs, just lost in translation.
Yes,
okay.
Yes. If you come on our academy, we'll give you a proper English-American translation guide.
Absolutely.
So that you don't put your foot in it.
I lived in the Caribbean, and it was so funny when Americans came. Please don't use that term. It just doesn't mean the same. Okay, right.
I
think on that note, Susac, way ahead of our time with the face masks. That is so true. Oh, that was such a good academy. I'm sure our next will be, bigger and better. And we look forward to welcoming as many of you that can make it as possible. It will be fun, we can assure you of that. And you'll learn lots, even more important. So look forward to seeing you next Saturday. Pete won't be with me. What am I going to do? I need a cameraman. I'll find one, don't worry. I'll just get Matt from next door who does carpentry. I'm sure he can hold a camera. Okay, I'll have to recruit somebody. Anyway, Pete's desperate to turn the camera off. We've done 50 minutes. No, we've done 40 minutes because we're late. We'll talk to you next week. Have a fun week, and we'll catch up with you. Say hi to Pete and Harrogate, and have a fun week quilting, everybody. Okay, bye now.